Hey everybody, it's time for more Alienated. I hope you're really enjoying the story and I hope you're enjoying reading along with me. We're almost done the book. I can't quite believe that. We are up to chapter 42 now, which, as you probably know, if you're a fan of Douglas Adams, is the answer to everything in the universe. But importantly today, we have a very special shout out. This goes out to Iyla in Port Dover, Ontario, on her 13th birthday. Iyla, happy birthday. I hope this book teaches you everything you need to know about high school. It's all true. No, I'm just kidding. Happy birthday. So let's crack on. Hit subscribe because there's a little bit more left, so you don't want to miss out. And hopefully you're enjoying the story so far. And if you are, make sure you tell your friends about it. I think people seem to be enjoying this a lot. So if you know of anybody who likes a good tale and a good yarn, make sure you tell them. All right, let's crack on. Chapter 42, Egg on His Face. Ned scowled down at us with his self-satisfying mannequin face and plastic hair that was perfectly still despite the gale from the spewing lava. Perhaps I should talk to him, Juliet sighed. I know he's mean, but what I did to him, that must have really hurt. Ned pointed his silver ray gun at us, taking aim. I think he's way past talk, I said. Prepare to, he began, no doubt about to issue the last words he thought we'd ever hear. But I'm pretty sure Ned never expected a giant flying egg to knock him off his pedestal. I gaped in disbelief as he fell backward, tumbling down the rock tower and into a deep crevice. Sonia's eggcraft swung back around, hovered over us, and opened its hatch. Hiya, wedding crashers, she said with a smile as she hung out the back, wearing her black Belleropper tunic. Looks like you could use a lift. She disappeared inside the egg to set the egg down on terra now firma and then rushed down the gangplank, busting out some grateful hugs for everyone. Octo, you look a little crispy, she said. He looks just great to me, chirped Jessica. So gross, I said. Good to see you, Sonia. How did you find us? Asked Houston, holding his Sonia hug, the longest. I packed my sisters off in the cruiser, but figured you might need a hand with your Nedfestation problem. But then I couldn't find you. It wasn't until I spotted that lava spray that I thought to myself it could only be the handiwork of someone wanted by NATO for inciting global thermonuclear war. I'm glad I didn't disappoint, I said. Come on aboard and let's get out of here, she said, stopping to grab my arm. And Sherman, thanks for helping me and my sisters. No prob, I said, and thank you for everything. Especially for getting me behind the wheel of a rocket. I looked over the burning chunks of metal strewn across the rocky landscape. Goodbye, Carol, I said. Sonia followed my gaze to a scorched patch of ground and lowered her head, whispering solemnly. She reached for the stars. And she got there, I said, in the end. Jessica put one hand on my shoulder, holding an octo tentacle with the other. Juliet reached over and squeezed my right palm. The gushing lava painted the sky deep orange as the planet retched its insides out. I felt a little bit like that, my deeper feelings finally coming to the surface. I couldn't stop the tears. They dripped from my eyes and raced down my face. I could taste the salt, but I wasn't embarrassed. I squeezed Juliet's hand back and nodded a slow, deliberate signal of reconciliation to Jessica. Octo, I asked, using my sleeve as a tissue, do you think that you could get us back to the wormhole highway to make the end of prom? Octo wrapped a tentacle around Jess. Only if I get a dance. We piled aboard the eggcraft and I took the co-pilot seat beside Sonia. Want a flyer? She asked. You bet, I said. I was a rocket man, a rocket savant, but I'd found my true calling. I was born to fly. Must be something in the genes, I decided. I befriended the controls and steered the eggcraft up into the sky, past the Ned-Carmen line and out of the atmosphere to Octo's coordinates. We found the on-ramp to the wormhole highway, and I took one last look back at Planet Ned and smiled. I'd faced down the bullies and refused to become one myself. Okay, that's chapter 41. Chapter 42. Come back tomorrow for chapter 43. Until then, enjoy the story, stay in, stay safe, keep reading, and I'll see you tomorrow.